Hi students, welcome to ACE Online. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about some of the important physics concepts related questions which were mentioned in previous years. Okay. Yes. So for SSC JE point of view, guys, especially in this examination, okay, SSC JE point of view, especially from physics point of view, you are getting around 4 to 5 questions. 4 to 5 questions. So this is the weightage analysis, especially from general awareness point of view. So in general awareness, guys, you are getting mostly 50 questions. In that, from general science, the average weight is 9 to 11 questions, environment 5 to 6 questions, science and technology 4 to 5 questions, current affairs 14 to 18 questions, computers so 5 to 6, next geography 3 to 4, polity and Indian constitution so 4 to 5, next history 3 to 4, economics 2 to 3, next arts and culture 3 to 4. So these are the average weightage which concerns to general awareness point of view. Here general science means physics, chemistry, biology, right? So for that, to get almost all the questions, you have to focus on NCERT concepts, especially from 8th, 9th, 10th onwards, okay? Right, so here before going to today's section, so so ACE Online is being offered SSC JE Paper 1 and Paper 2 pre-recorded courses, right? So for the streams, okay, here you can observe that. So 3 months, 6 months, 12 months pre-recorded courses are available for these branches, right? Here you should also, okay, you can also get around a 25% discount if you are using this code ACE25. ACE25. Next, we are also offering SSC CGL pre-recorded courses videos. So here also duration 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. Next, if you are using this code CGL25, then you will get 25% discount. 25% discount. Okay, right. So here it is the first question. What is U in the equation S is equal to UT plus half AT square, which represents the position time relation. Position time relation. So this question was previously raised in 2023 SSC JE point of view. Okay, so S is equal to UT plus half AT square. I think you might have an idea about the motion loss. Okay, so motion loss. So in that, V is equal to U plus AT. Okay, so this is one equation, and the second one, V square minus U square is equal to half AT square. Okay, so V square minus U square is equal to half AT square. Right. So next, S is equal to UT plus. Sorry, here it is somewhat different, right? V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. So 2AS. Sorry guys. 2AS. Next, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Half AT square. So these are the three major equations, especially for motion loss, right? Here it is, you can observe that. So V is equal to U plus AT. Next, V square minus U square is equal to, or V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Next, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Here, U means nothing but initial velocity. Okay, so initial velocity of an object. Initial velocity of an object. Okay, object. Next, A is equal to acceleration due to gravity, acceleration. Okay, next T is equal to time. Next, V is equal to final velocity, so final velocity. Next, S is equal to displacement. So these are the terminology which are mentioned in this motion loss, right? So that's why, guys, here they raised about what is the meaning of U, right? So U means nothing but initial velocity. It means option 2 is the right answer. Okay, option 2. Yes. Yes, you are right. Of course, option B is the correct one. Okay, aim. I am something. Someone is said. Someone said A. Sorry, B. Bira. VMBVS. Of course, you are also right. Okay. Yes, so option 2 is the right answer. Initial velocity. Okay, right. Next one. Next one, you have to by heart these three equations. So what is the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth? Okay, so this question was also raised in SSC JE 2023. What is the acceleration due to gravity? Nothing but G value. Okay, so G value on earth, G value of earth is equal to 9.81 meter per second square. 9.81 meter per second square. So this is the G value of earth, na? So that's why guys, here the correct one is option 2 only. Okay, option 2 only. Right, so next one. So G value of moon is equal to mostly 1.64 meter per second square. Next, G value of sun is equal to, so 27 into G value of earth. 27 into G value of earth. Next, G value of moon is equal to, we can also consider like this, 1/6 into G value of earth. So this is the relation, right? Next, G value of Mars is equal to 1/3 into G value of mostly earth. G value of earth. Suppose guys, if an object weight is, okay, so weight of the object is equal to, so mostly 60 kgs, na? Okay, so then what about its weight on moon? So here weight is equal to mass into gravity. So mostly gravity value has been varied, na? That's why you have to directly consider 1/6 into 6, then 10 kgs you get. What about here? Approximately 20 kgs, na? So next, G is, okay, acceleration due to gravity. So this one is treated as a vector quantity. Okay, so vector quantity. Vector quantity means it requires both magnitude and direction, na? So because of that, because of that, it is treated as a vector quantity. Okay, so vector quantity. Here it is the next one. So Meera shifted to a new house. Okay, yes. Anyone from online? Of course, you're right. Very good. Option 2 is the right one. Next, here it is the next question. So Meera shifted to a new house and was fixing a light bulb in her apartment. So one of the 3 bulbs she fixed did not light up. Upon testing, she realized it was a case of fused bulb. Okay, a case of fused bulb. So she brought a new one which then light up perfectly. Okay, so mostly then it lit up perfectly. Next, select the correct option that described what happened to the fused bulb. Here, first of all, we have to understand this question, guys. Okay, so it takes around 1 hour to 2 hours, right? So mostly that much of lengthy it is. So even though we have to understand. So next, here the major one is, initially the bulb was not lit up, na? The reason is, here they used fused bulb. Okay, so fused bulb means, here it is. Mostly the fuse was generally made up with, okay, so filament. So these are the filament bulbs, okay, and here we have the fuse, okay, and here we have the fuse. Mostly this filament has been, okay, mostly fuse has been broken, na? So that is one of the possibility, or filament has been broken. Okay, sorry, here the concept is filament. So filament is made up with tungsten. Okay, right, so tungsten. So what is the specialty of tungsten? Its melting point would be somewhat high. So 3342 degrees centigrade. This much of melting point it has. So that's why when electrical energy is passed through this type of fuse wire, okay, so mostly tungsten, then it can be converted into heat energy, okay, so heat energy. Next, it can be converted into mostly that heat energy can be converted into light energy. So from these filament tubes, there is a possibility to get some amount of electromagnetic radiation. So that is nothing but infrared radiation. Okay, so infrared radiation. Here it is. So here they mention option 1. The switch for the bulb was not tuned on. Next, mirror did not fix the bulb to the holder properly. Next, the filament inside it was broken, so there was no connection between the bulb holder and the switch. Suppose if the fourth one is correct, then okay, so the third time, in the second time she used one of the bulb, new bulb, then it lit up. So that's why this option is not correct. What about the third one? This is the only probability here to get the correct one, right? The filament inside was broken. So if the filament was broken, mostly we are not getting the light from these bulbs, right? So that's why, guys, here the correct one is only 3. Option 3 is the right one, correct one. Next, so here this electric bulb mostly made up with what kind of glass? Variety has been used to make these type of electric bulbs? Mostly we have flint glass, so flint glass can be used. Next, in this, to get the inert nature, we are using mostly nitrogen gas. Okay, so nitrogen, to get the inert atmosphere, we have to use mostly nitrogen. Okay, right. So next, here it is the third one. Here it is the next question. Select the word. Okay, so select the word pair that best represent a similar relationship to the one expressed in the pair word given below. So here you can observe that. So pressure. So what are the units of pressure? So pressure is equal to force per area, right? So force per area. So what are the units of force? Newton per area means length into width, mostly meter into meter square. So then we are getting Newton meter square. So this is nothing but Pascal, right? So Pascal is SI unit of pressure. What about work? So what about work? So of course work is equal to force into displacement. Here we are getting the SI unit joule only. So that's why option 1 is the correct one. Option 1 is the correct one here. So this is the correct match for the given one. So what about the next one? Is anyone? Of course, argon gas can also be used in that. Okay, argon gas. Here in this electric bulb, guys, so to get the inert nature, mostly we can use nitrogen or argon gas. Okay, both nitrogen or anyone can be used. So here we have to use flint glass. Okay, right. Next one. So here you can observe that this is the correct one. What about the units of moment? So moment is equal to, moment can be indicated with P. So P is equal to mass into velocity. Okay, so what are the units of mass? Kg. Okay, so Kg. Next, what about velocity? Velocity meter per second. So Kg meter per second is considered as units of SI units of momentum. But here they mention Newton only. Actually, Newton is considered as SI unit of force only. That's why this is not the correct one. So here they mention force. What about force? What are the SI unit? Mostly Newton only. So here they mention what? So that's why this is also not considered as the correct one. Next, electric current. So electric current here, electric current is equal to, mostly it indicates with I only. Okay, so the units of this electric current is nothing but amperes. Okay, so nothing but amperes. So but here they mention Kelvin. So this is the SI unit of thermodynamic temperature. Okay, so SI unit of temperature. So that's why, guys, here the correct match is only option 1. Okay, option 1 only. Here you can observe that work joule. Next, momentum not Newton. We have to consider kg meter per second. So for force, Newton only, but what about what? So these are the SI units of power. Electric current, mostly ampere, but they mention Kelvin. This is for temperature only. Here it is the next one. What is the frequency of an object if we know that it oscillates 100 times in 5 seconds? Yes. Which is the correct one here, guys? Anyone? Which is the correct option? Okay. So here we already know that frequency is equal to, so frequency is equal to number of oscillations per second. Okay, number of oscillations per second. Here they mention number of oscillations are 100. Okay, here 5 seconds, so they mention the time is 5 seconds, so the 100 by mostly here we are getting 20, so 20 hedges or cycle per second, so these are the units, right? So that's why option D is the correct one only. So option D is the correct one only. So this is the frequency. Okay, so this is the frequency of the given data. So based on frequency, mostly sound waves. Okay, so sound waves can be classified into 3 types, na? Infrasounds. Okay, so infra sounds, its frequency less than 20 hertz. Next, audible. So audible, its frequency 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. 20,000 hertz. Next, next audible. Next one, ultrasounds. Okay, ultrasounds, its frequency more than 20,000 hertz. More than 20,000 hertz. So here this classification is basically based on frequency only. Okay, so frequency, you should also remember that. Next, so what one, so mostly Eric was the most prominent person known for which invention in the 17th century? So here they mention diesel engine, fluorescent electric lamp, air pump, next barometer. Here guys, this auto one, invented air pump only. Okay, so option 3 is the correct one. What about the remaining option? Diesel engines, fluorescent electric lamp, next barometer. Actually this barometer has been mostly invented by Torricelli. Here it is, so Torricelli. Okay, in the year of 1643, Torricelli. Next, what about fluorescent lamp? So fluorescent lamp was invented in the year of 20th century. Okay, next diesel lamp. Diesel lamp was invented by mostly Rudolf Diesel in the year of mostly in 19th century. Okay, right. So finally here the conclusion is so what one? Invented air pump only. Option 3 is the correct one. Next, what is the freezing point of water on the Celsius scale? Okay, so freezing point. Yes, anyone? What is the freezing point of water? Option D, na? Okay, option D, 100, na? 100 degrees, option 2. Okay, option B, Venkat. Okay, good. So they mention freezing point now. First of all, freezing means liquid converts to solid. The temperature which is required to conversion of liquid into solid is considered as freezing point. So here we need 0 degrees centigrade. That's why option 4 is the correct one. Okay, so 0 degrees centigrade. Next, suppose if they raised in kelvins, of course we have the relation, right? So C by 100 is equal to F minus 32 by 180, which is equal to K minus K minus 273 by 100. So this is the relation, guys. So if they raised about what is the freezing point of water in kelvins, then you have to get the relation by using this equation, right? C by 100 is equal to K minus 273 by mostly 100. Here K is equal to C plus 273. Okay, K plus 273. Okay, right. Next, suppose if you consider this is the relation between C and K. C and K. What about C and F? So here it is C by 100 is equal to F minus 32 by 180. So here it is 9 and here mostly 5. So 9 by C, 9C by 5 is equal to F minus 32. Here F is equal to mostly here we can get just like this now. F is equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. So this is the relation between C and F. So in degrees centigrade, mostly freezing point is 0 degrees. In kelvins, 32 degrees. Sorry, in Fahrenheit, 32 degrees. In kelvins, mostly 273 kelvins. Na? So this is about the freezing point of water. Okay, so especially in degree Celsius. Okay, right. Next one. Here it is the next one. A man started walking. Okay. In a factory where he needed deal with steam and boiling water regularly. On the first day, his doctor warned him to be more careful of the steam because burn caused by steam can be more severe than that of the hot water. So what is the reason behind that? Actually guys, what did they mention in that? So here, if you consider boiled water, okay, so boiled water and steam, in this concept they rise, actually the steam is having high temperature, okay, mostly here you can observe that boiling water regularly. On the first day, his doctor warned him more careful of the steam because burns caused by steam can be more severe than that of the hot water. Okay, so hot water and steam. Here, when compared with the hot water, steam is having high amount of heat. Na? Okay, so here it is having some high amount of heat. Actually, this concept is called as latent heat of vaporization. So what is the meaning of latent heat of vaporization? Actually, vaporization means if you consider water to convert a liquid into gas. So liquid into gas, we need some temperature, na? But here in this latent heat of vaporization, we have to consider temperature is constant. Okay, you should maintain temperature is completely constant, but heat can be varied, na? Okay, so here temperature should be constant, then liquid can be converted into gas. So the amount of heat required for that is nothing but latent heat of vaporization. Finally, hot water boiling point is mostly at what temperature water getting to be boiled? 100 degrees centigrade. Na? 100 degrees centigrade. Next, what about steam? Mostly 120 degrees centigrade it has. It has some of the hidden temperature. That hidden temperature is nothing but latent heat of vaporization. Here, this is the perfect region. Okay, so especially for this concept, right? So that's why, guys, option 3 is the correct one only. Here it is the concept. Latent heat of vaporization means the amount of energy. Okay, so the amount of energy required for what? To convert liquid into gas. But here we should maintain. Okay, convert water from liquid to gas, nothing but vapor, without changing temperature. Means temperature should be constant, right? So that is the meaning of this concept, guys. Here at 100 degrees centigrade, mostly standard atmospheric pressure, the value is considered like this. This is the latent heat of vaporization. So 256 kilojoules per kg, this much of energy can be required to convert liquid into gas, especially for the water. Okay, suppose if you considered in this orientation, then we get 550 calories per grams, 540 calories, 540 calories. What about latent heat of freezing? Actually, freezing point you already know that na 0 degrees centigrade na. So freezing point means if you consider water, that too in liquid state, liquid can be converted to solid. Liquid can be converted to solid. So here we have to maintain the temperature constant. Next, to convert liquid to solid, it needs some energy. That energy is nothing but latent heat of freezing. Okay, so latent heat of freezing na. So this is the value for that. So 334 kilojoules per kg. 334 kilojoules per kg, but here it is latent heat of vaporization, so 2256 kilojoules per kg. Okay, so kilojoules per kg. Of course, this concept latent heat of freezing is also called as latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion. Okay, so the same amount of energy required to melt, so ice back into water, so that too at 0 degrees centigrade. Next, when freezing means the amount of energy required to convert liquid into solid. Here it is the next one. Which of the following is not a vector quantity? Not a vector quantity. Here they mention acceleration. Acceleration A is equal to change in velocity by change in time. Actually, this is a vector quantity. Okay, so vector quantity because here we have velocity, right? So velocity is equal to displacement by time. So that's why this is also a vector quantity. Next, force. So force F is equal to mass into acceleration. So this is also a vector quantity. Next, mass. Okay, so mass is a scalar quantity. That's why, guys, here we have to consider option 4 is the correct one only. So what is the difference between vector and scalar quantity? So okay, so what is the difference between vector and scalar quantity? Very good. Yes, your option is correct. Yes, A. Option is correct. Here you can observe that. So scalar quantity and vector quantity. Scalar quantity means scalar. Scalar means, so it needs only magnitude. Okay, so magnitude. What about vector? Vector quantity need both magnitude. Okay, so it depends mostly on magnitude at the same time. Magnitude at the same time direction. Okay, so direction. Suppose if we are getting any cyclone, guys, cyclone in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so Bay of Bengal. Here the landfall region is mostly, just for sake of our convenience, we have to consider like Visakhapatnam. So in the news they concluded this type of statements na. So the landfall, okay, so within 8 to 20 hours we will get severe wind forces, the two 150 kilometers, 1 kilometers per hour, that much of wind forces we are getting. Okay, so during the effect of some cyclone, so that too towards Visakhapatnam or towards Machilipatnam, like that na. Here they mention the value 150. 150 is nothing but magnitude. Next, they also mention the direction towards Visakhapatnam or towards Machilipatnam, whatever it is, or towards Odisha. Okay, so West Bengal. So this kind of statements mostly we can observe, right? So here if you are using both magnitude and direction, then it is considered as vector quantity. If you are using only magnitude, means what is your age? Just 20. What is the length of this object? Just 20 meters, just 20 meters or 10 meters, like that. Here there is no need to mention the direction. Na? So that's why here these type of constraints are treated as scalar quantity only. So mass, volume, density, work, these are all scalar quantities. Next, speed. Speed is equal to distance by time, not displacement. Next, energy, power, area, volume, time, temperature, distance. Next one, current. Okay, next, potential difference. Next, resistance, charge. These are all considered as mostly scalar quantities. You have to by heart, guys. So here in 2023 SSC JE examination, they conducted exam in number of slots. Na? So in every slot, guys, they raised at least one question which concerns to this concept, na? Scalar and vector quantity, right? Next, what about vector quantities? So displacement, velocity, acceleration, force, weight, impulse, pressure, momentum, gravity, torque. Next, electric field, magnetic field, angular velocity, angular momentum, electric flux. Next one, angular acceleration. Angular acceleration. These are all considered as vector quantities. Okay, so these are all considered as vector quantities. Okay, na? So gravity, torque, next electric field, magnetic field, angular velocity, angular momentum. Angular momentum. Here it is the next one. In electricity, overloading cannot be caused by. Overloading cannot be caused by. Here it is the first one. Connecting too many appliances to a single socket. So if you are connecting number of appliances, electric appliances in a single socket, then what will happen? Load has been increased. No? So here they raised about cannot be caused. That's why option 1 is not correct. Next, accidental hike in the supply voltage. Suppose if the voltage has been hiked, then the overloading will also be possible. So that's why this is also not correct. Next, the live wire coming in direct contact with the neutral wire. So if the neutral wire contact with the live wire, guys, then there is a sudden surge, right? So sudden surge. So due to that, overloading will also be possible. Okay, so in this condition also overloading possible. So which one is not possible here? In electricity, loading cannot be caused by, na? So they raised about cannot be caused. So that's why the fourth one, the live wire and the neutral wire coming into contact through heavy resistance. Okay, here you have to remember heavy resistance. So then so cannot be caused overloading, especially in this electricity point of view. So because of that, here guys, we have to consider option 4 only. Okay, so option 4 only. Okay, right, so the SI unit of which of the fundamental physical quantity is named in the honor of chargeless, next chargeless Coulomb, right? So Augustin Coulomb. So actually the electric charge, okay, here if you consider electric charge, okay, electric charge, what about electron? What is the charge of electron? Minus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs, na? So not only electron, if you consider proton, this is the charge, right? So 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Actually Coulomb is used for the SI unit of the fundamental physical quantity, nothing but electric charge. So that's why option 4th one is the correct one, right? So 4th one is the correct one only. Okay, right, so next one, electric field, electric current density, next electric power. What are the units? If you consider electric field, these are the units, right? So volts per meter or Newton per coulombs. Next, what about electric current density? Ampere meter square. Next, what about electric power? Nothing but watt. So power units are mostly watt only. We are already concluded in the previous questions also. Next, the Greek letter omega is used to represent which of the physical quantity in the international system of units, right? So here they mention conductance, next electric displacement field, next electric potential difference, next one electric resistance, na? Actually resistance R is equal to inversely proportional of conductance. Here the units of resistance is nothing but omega. Okay, so that's why option 4th one is considered as the correct one only. Okay, so 4th one is considered as the correct one of the omega. Okay, right, so here it is. Here it is electric resistance omega. So this is the SI unit. Next, if you consider electrical conductance, so Siemens. Okay, so Siemens is considered as the mostly the concerned one. Next, electric displacement. Electric displacement units are so Coulomb per meter. Okay, so Coulomb per meter square, right? So meter square. Here it is Coulomb per meter square. Next, electric power potential, nothing but volt. So it can be measured by using voltmeter also. Here I have a question for you. What is the resistance of ideal voltmeter? If you know the answer, please comment. What is the resistance of ideal voltmeter? Ideal voltmeter. Yes, if anyone know the answer, please comment. please comment in the comment section, right? What is the resistance of ideal voltmeter? Actually, it has been connected in series or parallel. Okay, in the circuit, mostly it can be connected either connected in which orientation, series or parallel. You should also comment in the comment section, right? Yes. What is the resistance of ideal voltmeter? Anyone? Yes. Anyone, guys? So the resistance of ideal ammeter is infinity. Okay, infinity. So it can be connected in which orientation, series or parallel? If you know the answer, please comment. Okay, you have to comment at least for this one. Next, in the year of 2001, Eric A. Cornell, along with which two scientists received the Nobel Prize in Physics for achieving Bose-Einstein condensate. Bose-Einstein condensate. Okay, so here it is, Bose-Einstein condensate. They mentioned about actually guys, as of now, according to NCERT textbooks, how many physical states are there? So 5, na? So solid, next liquid, next gas. Okay, so gas, next plasma. Okay, so plasma. Next one, BEC, Bose-Einstein condensate. So Bose-Einstein condensate. So this is the fifth physical state of the universe. Okay, right. So if you hit the solid, then we will get mostly liquid, right? Next, if you hit the liquid, then we'll get mostly gas. Next, if you hit the gaseous material, then we would get plasma. Next, if you are heating the plasma, at high temperature and high pressure. At high temperature and high pressure, mostly we are getting plasma state. What about BEC, Bose-Einstein condensate? Bose-Einstein condensate. So this state can be generated only at low temperature, that too absolute temperature. Okay, absolute temperature only. Absolute temperature only. Absolute temperature means 0 kelvins, na? So 0 kelvins. So at this temperature, the existed physical state is generally considered as BEC, Bose-Einstein condensate. Here they raised about, yes, Vivek, infinity, you're right. Series or parallel? Okay, series or parallel, you should also conclude that. So which is the correct one? Which is the correct one here? In 2001, Eric A. Cornell, along with which two scientists received the Nobel Prize for achieving Bose-Einstein condensate? So William Crookes and German Stephenson, Sergei Grand, next Herschel, next Frank, at the same time Harald Urey. So here the correct one is option 1 only. Option 1 only. So Kettle at the same time. So Carl E. Wieman. Okay, so Carl E. Wieman. So these two Nobel laureates received the Nobel Prize along with Eric A. Cornell. Okay, so for the invention of Bose-Einstein condensate. Bose-Einstein condensate. So here the correct one is option 1 only. Option 1 only. Okay, right. Next one. So which of the following statement is correct? A neutron has 1 electric charge. The a neutron has no electric charge. Sorry guys. Neutron has no electric charge. Next, the central part of an atom contains only proton. Central part of an atom has only protons, na? So this is wrong. Why? Because along with proton we have neutrons also. Not only neutrons, around 100 types of particles are existed in the nucleus, na? Next, the central part of an atom contains only neutron. This is also wrong. We have protons along with neutron. Next, the central part of an atom contains only electron. Actually, electron is existed the outer region of the nucleus only. That's why this statement is also wrong. Here the correct one is neutron. Neutron has no electric charge. Okay, so that is the correct one, because if you consider neutron, guys, it has two downward, okay, so two down quarks. Next, one up quark. So what is the charge of down quark? So each down quark charge would be mostly 1 by 3. Up quark charge would be mostly 2 by 3. So finally what we get? 0. So because of these 3 quarks, guys, neutron attains the neutral charge. That's why here the correct one is option 1 only. Option 1 only. Okay, right. So next one. How much energy is released from 1 gram of fat? So if you consider 1 gram, guys, see here we have around 9 calories of energy. This is also a direct question. Option 3 is the correct one. So what is the horizontal field view of one eye in human beings? Suppose if you consider human beings, guys, okay, human beings, by using one eye, they can only observe, okay, so they can only observe 150 degrees angle, na? So that too horizontal point of view, okay, so horizontal point of view they can observe only 150 degrees. Suppose if we are using both eyes, then we are getting 180 degrees view, right? So for one eye we are getting 150 degrees of horizontal field view. Next, if you are using both eyes, okay, so both eyes, mostly we are getting 180 degrees horizontal view, 180 degrees horizontal view. That's why here the correct one is option 1 only. Next, which parameter is kept constant in Boyle's law? So at constant temperature, pressure and volume are both are inversely proportional. Pressure and volume, these two components are completely inversely proportional. So if pressure increases, volume has been decreased, right? Volume has been decreased. For example, if you consider natural gas, in that we have number of methane gaseous particles just like this. Methane gaseous particles like this. Suppose if you applied pressure on it, so then what will happen? Almost these gaseous particles attain the least volume, na? So here we are increasing the pressure, okay, so we have to increase the pressure, then volume has been decreased, okay, so it can be executed at constant temperature. Because of that, here the correct one is option 4 only, okay, option 4 only, temperature is the constant. Next, what type of lens does the upper part of bifocal lens have? Okay, upper part of bifocal lens have. So here they mention concave prism, next spherical, next convex. What type of lens has upper part of bifocal lens? Here it is. This is concave lens, na? Sorry, this is convex lens, na? And this is concave lens. Here you can observe that this is the upper part of the bifocal lens, right? So that's why they are rising about concave lens only. So if you consider concave lens, its optical power, so units are negative, and here the units are diopters. Sorry, its value is negative, the units are diopters only. Next, what about okay, so what about convex lens? Here optical power is always positive. Next, here the units are also diopter. So these lenses are used for hypermetropia, okay, so used for long sight. Long sight means far objects are visible, near objects are not visible. That is nothing but hyperopia. Next, these are used for myopia, mostly myopia, okay, myopia, near sightedness. Near objects are visible, far objects are not visible. So like this, okay, so this is concave lens. Next, which of the following planet is not one of the, okay, is not one of the 4th outer planet? So Saturn, Neptune, Jupiter, Mars. Of course, Mars is the correct one. If you consider solar system, guys, we have 8 planets only: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. So Pluto is not treated as a planet. It completely lost its planet designation. Okay, that's why we have only 8 planets. So mostly between Mars and Jupiter, so we have an asteroid belt. Okay, asteroid belt. As of now, these 2 planets are not having any natural moons, except that remaining all the planets are having some of the natural moons. Of course, if you consider Earth, what is the natural moon? Moon only. Okay, we have only one. So next, Mars is also having the moons. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. So these are all considered as some of the examples. Now, here the largest planet is Jupiter. Okay, the largest one is Jupiter. Next, brightest one is Venus. This is called as morning star and evening star. Okay, next, this Venus is also considered as the brightest star, also hottest planet, brightest planet, morning star or evening star. Okay, so these statements are completely concerns to Venus only, which is the nearest planet to Earth. Venus only, not Mars. Okay, so this is the total conclusion about today's section, guys. Here, before closing this section, so we are offered, okay, RRB JE, next SSC JE, SSC CGL, RRB NTPC. So related pre-recorded courses we are offering now. So for that, you have to download ACE online app from Google Play Store. Okay, or you can directly scan this QR code. So then the concerned app has been appeared, right? Okay, right. So if you are any doubts, you have to call this number. Next, here we are offering these courses with the duration 3 months, next 6 months and 12 months. So if you are using ACE 25, okay, so ACE 25, so the consent codes are also be there. So based on the codes, guys, you will also get the you can also get the mostly some amount deduction. Okay, right. So these are the features of ACE online app. So experienced faculty, almost all the videos are recorded by experienced faculty. So you ask an expert option is also be there. So 24/7 you can raise your doubts. So as early as possible you can get the resolution also. Okay, next live doubt clearance is also be there. Next free online mock test. Next full set of study material almost you can get by using this ACE online pre-recorded courses also. Okay, so for this you just download ACE online app. I wish you all the best. So this is about today's section. So again we will meet in the next class, right? Until, thank you.